Hey there, welcome to my channel. I'm Cerise, and this video is about building or buying. That's a big question that I always get from people that are coming to the Dominican Republic and they want to invest in real estate. They say, Cerise, is it best to buy a piece of land and build on it? Or is it best to buy something that's already built? Oh, and another question I get often as well is, can I buy something that's kind of like already falling apart and flip it? So that's what we're going to go through today. Now, when it comes to flipping, if you mean the terms of North American flipping, that's not really happening so much right now. The reason why is because in North America, many years ago, flipping was huge. You can buy a house and flip it and sell it at a really much more expensive price because you would buy it cheap, and then after you would just kind of refurbish it, and then you would really get a good bang for your buck. That doesn't even happen too much now in North America. Sure, people are still flipping, but the houses are getting much more expensive. So even if it is a fixer upper, you're still going to pay a big price for it in general, especially if it's where I come from, downtown Toronto. Well, if that's what you're looking to do here right now, it's not quite the time, but it will get there soon. The reason why is because people here in the Dominican Republic, especially in the North Coast, it is more of a buyer's market. So that means that, for instance, before the world changed up, there was very much a buyer's market because there wasn't really a seller's market. You weren't going to be able to get a big bang for your buck. In other words, you weren't able to get something and flip it over and make a huge buck on it. Yes, you could buy something at a really low price before the world changed, land and something that's already built. And you could build at a reasonable price as well. But things have changed now, and a lot of people are now buying, and they are buying land and building, and they are buying already built places. Now, the thing is this, it's going to even itself out quite quickly. Now, back in where I could only really speak for Toronto, people were buying houses at a cheap price and they were flipping it and selling it at a great price, and they were making awesome profits. I believe that you can do that here for probably another couple of years, and that is just starting because it is starting to become a seller's market. I know a lot of people that bought property many years ago and they didn't sell it off. They used it as an Airbnb. The reason why they didn't sell it off is because when they bought it and they put their renovations into it, whether they were large renovations or small renovations, they still put money into it. And when they were ready to sell it, they weren't able to get the money back that they bought it for. Or if they were, they weren't able to get back the money that they were looking to get from it. Why? Because there were so many other places that were low cost to buy. Well, now things are turning around and the times are definitely changing. The prices are going up on real estate here. And you know what? People are able to sell and make, even if it's just a little profit. It's more of a profit than what they bought their place for. And on top of that, they are also going to get a little chunk where they can reinvest it. That's right. You see, the Dominican Republic is quickly becoming a place where you can come, you can buy, and you can still get a profit off it. I got to tell you, there were like about 3 years ago, I know a person that came here and built, and he built a lovely home, a 5-bedroom home. up somewhere in the mountains. And if he built that in Canada, he would be able to sell that right now over $1 million because the view is beautiful and the house is brand new pretty much and everything is high quality. He even has a jacuzzi and a pool in his backyard and many, many fruit trees and vegetables. So, could you imagine something like that? And also, don't let me forget this, a huge piece of land. So, could you imagine in Toronto, just outside of downtown Toronto, you would be, it would be more than 1 million. It would be at least 2 million. He couldn't even sell it for 350,000. And now that the world is changing, he can sell it for about a good 300,000. So you can see before he was asking for 350 and it was like no way, Jose. There was no way. People were offering him 189,000. He was looking for 350,000 because he bought the land dirt cheap, and at the time when he built, which was not too long ago, but it was long enough, he was able to build the place for 100,000. So he would have made 250,000 on his investment, but there was nobody wanting to buy before the world changed. And the reason why was because a lot of people knew that they could get a place like that and other places at a good price. Now, just within a couple of years, that's not happening. A lot of people are asking me, Cerise, why did the times change so quickly in the Dominican Republic? Just during when the world shut down and now it's back up. Like, why did everything just so much appreciate in a short amount of time? And I feel that's because of two reasons. One, and again, this is only my theory. One, when the Dominican Republic closed down their borders, they didn't implode. They realized that they are a sustainable country. Number two, tourists were locked out for a few months and they were not having it. They were like, oh my gosh, I miss my beloved Dominican Republic. And on top of that, Canada was closed down for a very long time. So, of course, now that they're coming here, they are ready to invest. Not only that, before the world closed, there were many people ready to purchase at that time. And now that they come here, they're like, whoa, prices have not only went up on land and building and also already built homes, but also on rentals, as I've been talking about that in my past videos. If you are looking for a rental, give me a shout because I do help people do that. And I also offer consultations. My consultations are private and they are personal. They are based upon your needs and what your questions are. And I also offer a little bit more information just to help you out because it is quite important for you to know exactly what you're getting. So, build or buy. At this point, I would say that they are pretty much running neck and neck. You can get something that I have right now in Sosua for sale, a piece of land at 50,000, and then you can build an apartment building on it. Now, that is what I'm encouraging people to do right now. I'm telling them, listen, if you're buying land, then buy something that you can build on and not just a home unless you're going to live in it. If you are planning to rent that home out, then chances are you're not going to find long-term renters. The reason why is because the amount of money that you may want to rent it out for, you may not receive. So therefore, you may not be able to get back your monthly budget for what you put into buying and building. A lot of people are coming here and they are buying homes. Now, if you buy a piece of land and you build a building, whether it's 4 apartments, 6 apartments, 9 apartments, 10 apartments. It's up to you. 3 floors, 4 floors. It's completely up to you. You will be able to rent each apartment out at a really nice cost, even if they are only 1-bedroom apartments in Sosua, because the rental prices are going up. And I have been noticing that apartment buildings is the thing to do. That's why I have started a subcontracting business. A lot of you don't know who to go to. You don't know who to trust. Architects, builders, subcontractors, and you feel you're going to get the gringo prices. That means foreigner prices, which means you're going to be charged a whole lot more. And when it comes to big ticket items, yes, there is a possibility. But I just wanted to let you know that it's possible to really build and build nicely. There are all types of modern furniture that you can put inside your apartments. And that's another thing. If you make your apartments really nice, as you can see in this video, the beautiful decor and the wonderful high quality supplies that you can get for your place, then you will be able to rent it out. Now, the prices are going up quite high here for rentals. I have to tell you that. And a lot of you who are coming down here looking for cheap or inexpensive rent, it's getting tougher and tougher, especially in Sosua. Of course, in the outskirts, the suburbs, it's still possible. So don't be discouraged. Still give me a shout, because I can help you out and I can help you get a place. But if you're looking for rock bottom rentals, it's very difficult to find those now in Sosua. It's not impossible, but it is difficult. If you're looking for modern, state of the art at a low budget, that is most likely impossible in Sosua, because if it is modern and it is well made, high quality, chances are you are going to pay a higher price. But there are places that are high quality and very modern just outside of Albate, still in Sosua, but more in the outskirts, like I said, more in the natural Dominican neighborhoods. I live in a natural Dominican neighborhood and I love it. My rent is reasonable and my apartment is modern. I can actually see a piece of Playa Sosua. As I'm saying this right now, I will be putting up videos of what my landlord is doing in this building as we speak. He's adding a brand new floor, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment overlooking Sosua Bay. It's gorgeous. Please look out for those videos, because I'm going to show you how things get built. And I will be helping you build. So whether you buy a place and you just want to renovate it, or if you want to build something from the bottom up, you rent your apartments out on Airbnb, or you contact someone like me that can help rent out your apartments for you. What I like about my clients is they are full-timers, long-term tenants. They're not just looking for 1 day, 1 week. They are looking for 1 month up to 1 year. And why? Because most of them work online, or they have their pension that they're already collecting. Perhaps they already have a nice savings, so they can take a hiatus from work and they can come here for a good year, or even 6 months, even 3 months. So this is what I'm trying to really get out to people these days. I'm letting them know. Now, if you just want a house, and you don't want to invest in a building, and you don't want to get into all the red tape of getting yourself a builder and an architect, then there are houses available at very reasonable prices. There are some right now. I have a house right now, not my house, but one that I'm helping someone sell for 135,000. A two-bedroom home, and it has a pool in the backyard. It is nice. Now, if you want it unfurnished, it's 125,000. My suggestion is get it unfurnished and furnish it yourself, because you can definitely do that. You can go to different furniture places and you can rent to own furniture here. So you can lease furniture and you can just finance furniture. It is quite easy. Don't make it hard. A lot of people are making it difficult for themselves, and they're buying a piece of land and they're building a single home on it, a two-bedroom home. And that is more or less more than you have to really spend. There are homes here that you can get close to the beach, and I saw one just yesterday, $85,000. Now, of course, it will go up because there's a lot of people inquiring about it. But for that price, by the beach in Playa Chiquita in Sosua, you can just refurbish that. Oh my gosh, renovate it right out. It would take you about 30,000, and there you go. You got a nice home by the beach in Sosua, Playa Chiquita. You see, there are a lot of options, but if your question is, should I buy land and build a home or buy a home already constructed? My advice to you is, if it's going to be a small home, look around and see what you can get in regards to a home, because you may be able to buy one and just renovate it. You may be able to buy one within your budget that's just a few years old. Now, if you are adamant and you are like, you know what, Cerise, I just want to buy a piece of land because I want the land to be mine, and I don't need it in the city limits. I want it out near the countryside and I want to build, then that is smart as well. If you're going to buy land in the countryside, because then your land will be less expensive. Remember, location is always king, really. This is the reason why buying land and building out in the countryside makes more sense than buying land and building a home in the city limits. Now, obviously, it's going to be less expensive to buy land out in the countryside, so it's going to be less expensive overall once you build. If you are buying in Sosua a piece of land, most pieces of land are going very expensive. Like I said, right now I have one for 50,000, and I consider that low. And that is an awesome price in Sosua itself. And I don't know of any place that you can get it cheaper. So I will let you know this. If you were to buy that piece of land in Sosua, then it's going to take you about 80,000 to build something else. Right there, you're looking at about 140, 150,000. When everything is said and done, you want to at least say that it looks like 180,000 for a nice size home with a pool and all your furniture inside. Okay? If you buy out in the countryside, you can get a piece of land less expensive than 50,000. Therefore, it may take you 100,000 to do everything. Now, of course, these are only estimates. They're not exact quotes because the prices are changing every day. And I really want to drive it home to you that now is the time to make your decision. Again, don't be discouraged because you will still have time in the future to buy outside of Albate. But even when I say countryside, I don't mean like hours away from downtown Sosua or Puerto Plata. I mean, just 15 minutes away. I'm going to link my video of going from the countryside to back to Sosua down below. And I want you to check out that video and check out what I mean about countryside, because there's a river that I'm going to take you guys to in that video, and I take you along the countryside road itself and right back here to Sosua. And it will give you a great idea of exactly what I mean when I say countryside, because a lot of people will be like, oh, countryside, I don't want to live out in the country. It's not necessarily the country. It's just more the suburbs, but it is fresh living, clean, and it is wonderful. There's a cheese factory out there, bread factory out there. You can buy your meat if you're a meat eater from the farmers, and you can support your local grocery stores. So yes, if you are looking to build, then definitely you do have a lot of options to consider. If you don't necessarily want to build and you don't necessarily want to buy land, then really consider looking at your options of buying a home that's already built. And make sure that you own the land if that's what you're looking for, because there are a lot of homes that are being sold and you will own the land as well. But then there's some homes that are being sold and built in gated communities where you will not own the land, but you will definitely own the home. Some gated communities, you will also own the land. So it really depends. You need to do your research. And I want to encourage you to give me a shout. My information is below. My email is on the screen. And we can do a consultation, and a personal consultation, so we can answer all your questions and get all of your options laid out clear and straight, so you understand exactly what you're doing and what move you want to make next. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Cerise. This is my YouTube channel. Take a moment to subscribe, and you will get more information on apartments, homes to buy, and land that's available. Take care, everyone. I really enjoy you watching my channel and subscribing. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, just so I know, and I'll upload more videos like this. Huge hugs to you, loads of love, big blesses, and a lot of good luck in finding your beautiful property here in the Dominican Republic. Take care, everyone. Treat yourself good today. You deserve it.